Today I'll be reviewing Yashahime Princess Half Demon. This is the sequel to Inuyasha. I finally got around to watching it. Both seasons were 25 episodes each, so 50 episodes in total. This series is set many years after the latest Inuyasha series. Sesshomaru now has two daughters, and Inuyasha has a daughter as well, named Moroha. But for some reason, Inuyasha and Kagome have gone missing. The main character of this series is Sesshomaru's daughter Towa. Because of a certain event, she is stuck in the modern world, while her sister Setsuna is in the feudal era. However, because of a certain demon, Setsuna and Moroha have now traveled to the modern era and have met Towa. Setsuna, though, has lost her memories of Towa, and the only way to get them back is if Towa goes to the feudal era. Now it is a journey to recover Setsuna's memories. So you would think many people would like the series because it is so nostalgic. It's like watching Inuyasha all over again. But nope, many people dislike the series. It suffers the same problem as many sequel series. When you have a series that people really like, they expect those characters to be in the sequel. Inuyasha and Kagome barely appeared in the series, and even when they didn't really do much. It's the same reason why Boruto never got close to being as popular as Naruto. The previous characters overshadowed new characters. The problem did go beyond just Kagome and Inuyasha barely appearing. People were upset the plot was going nowhere for the majority of the series. To them, it felt like Moroha, Towa, and Setsuna were just living their ordinary life and nothing much was happening in terms of plot. It felt like filler episodes to them. To that, I would argue that the original Inuyasha series was a lot like that as well. It's been a long time since the original series that was over 100 episodes aired. There was an overarching plot for that series, but also had many episodes that didn't add much value to the plot. But many people were fine with it because it had likable cast of characters. Here though, people just didn't like this new cast of characters that much. It again goes to the earlier problem of them wanting to see more of Inuyasha and Kagome. If this had been a standalone series, unrelated to Inuyasha, it would have gotten less criticism, but at the same time, it would lose many fans that are watching it because it was a sequel to Inuyasha. For me, personally, the series was good enough. The start of the series felt like how it was in Inuyasha. It just felt so nostalgic. It was so enjoyable watching Towa and her friends explore the feudal era. I had a great time watching the fight scenes. It reminded me of Inuyasha right away. You would think I would hate the series because it is so episodic. But the nostalgia was enough to keep my interest. By no means am I calling this a great series. However, as an Inuyasha fan, I wanted a series that felt like Inuyasha, and I got just that. This series also had plenty of sad emotional moments, just like Inuyasha. It had character arcs where it showed suffering characters went through in life, and their struggles moved beyond it. It was very moving and sad at times. The only problem I really had with the plot in the series was that it took so long for a plot to finally have a firm direction on where it was heading. I would say there was enough focus on the plot, but it felt like this show didn't know where it wanted to go. By the end, it finally chose a path, but it was just way too late into the series. Not only that, but it took way too long for there to be a proper antagonist. In Inuyasha, we know who the villain is, but in Yashahime, there really isn't a proper antagonist until the end of the series. The antagonist even then is a problem, because his motivation is all over the place. The one other problem the series had is the same problem many other Battle Shonen series have, which is it loves to make you feel like a character will die for good, just for shock value. But it doesn't have the guts to go through with it, which is disappointing. I had mixed feelings about the cast of characters in the show. Towa is great as a main character. She is awkward and funny to watch at times. She doesn't run away from a fight, and fights for what she believes in. Moroha is a cool and chill character. I like her confidence as well. Setsuna, however, is one of the worst characters I have ever seen. She yells and complains about Towa every chance she gets. She is always so angry and annoyed. There really wasn't much to like about her for most of the series. By the end of the series, she chills out with the yelling, but it is just way too late. The first opening song for Season 1 was pretty catchy. The other opening songs were decent. The ending songs were alright. The music throughout the series sometimes matched the original Inuyasha series, which was great. And it had its own unique songs as well. The art style for the series reminds you a lot of Inuyasha, the final act, which was great to see. And the animation looked good overall during fight scenes. Even though the series gets a lot of hate, I almost enjoyed it as much as Inuyasha. The only problem I really had was that the creative series didn't really know where to go with the plot until near the end of the series. I give this anime series a 7 out of 10.